Saraswati is the Hindu goddess of knowledge, music, arts, wisdom and nature. She is a part of the trinity of Saraswati, Lakshmi and Parvati. All the three forms help the trinity of Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva in the creation, maintenance and destruction of the universe. The goddess is also revered by believers of the Jain religion of West and Central India. She is known in Burmese as Thurathadi or Tipitaka Medaw, in Chinese as Biàncáitiān, in Japanese as Benzaiten and in Thai as Surasawadee. Names: the Sarasvati River is an important river goddess in the Rigveda. The Sanskrit name means having many pools. In the Telugu language, Sarasvati is also known as Thali, Sharada. In Konkani, she is referred to as Sharada, Vinapani, Pustaka Dharanai, Vidyadani. In Canada, variants of her name include Sharad, Sharadamba, Vani, Vinapani and the famous Rinari temple. In Tamil, she is also known as Kalaimagal, Kalaivani, Vani, Bharathi. She is also addressed as Sharada, Vyena Pustaka Dharani, Vagdevi, Vagdevi, Vani, Varadhananoji. Characteristics: Saraswati is strongly associated with flowing water in her role as a goddess of knowledge. She is depicted as a beautiful woman to embody the concept of knowledge as supremely alluring. She possesses 4 arms, and is usually shown wearing a spotless white sari and seated on a white lotus or riding a white swan. History: in the Rigveda, Saraswati is a river as well as its personification as a goddess. In the post-Vedic age, she began to lose her status as a river goddess and became increasingly associated with literature, arts, music, etc. In Hinduism, Saraswati represents intelligence, consciousness, cosmic knowledge, creativity, education, enlightenment, music, the arts, eloquence and power. Hindus worship her not for academic knowledge, but for divine knowledge essential to achieve moksha. Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge and arts, represents the free flow of wisdom and consciousness. She is the mother of the Vedas, and chants to her, called the Saraswati Vandana, often begin and end Vedic lessons. It is believed that goddess Saraswati endows human beings with the powers of speech, wisdom and learning. She has 4 hands representing 4 aspects of human personality and learning: mind, intellect, alertness and ego. She has sacred scriptures in one hand and a lotus the symbol of true knowledge in the second. With her other 2 hands she plays the music of love and life on a string instrument called the Vyena. She is dressed in white the symbol of purity and rides on a white swan symbolizing sattva-guna or purity and discrimination. Saraswati is also a prominent figure in Buddhist iconography the consort of Manjushri. The learned and the erudite attach greater importance to the worship of goddess Saraswati. As a practice, only educated people worship her for knowledge and wisdom. They believe that only Saraswati can grant them moksha the final liberation of the soul. Saraswati's birthday Vasant Panchami is a Hindu festival celebrated every year on the 5th day of the bright fortnight of the lunar month of Magha. Hindus celebrate this festival with great fervor in temples, homes and educational institutes alike. The forms of Saraswati, Mahasaraswati: in the Devi Mahatmya, Saraswati is in the trinity of Mahakali, Mahalakshmi and Mahasaraswati. She is depicted as 8-armed and is often portrayed holding a Vyena whilst sitting on a white lotus flower. Her Dhyana shloka given at the beginning of the 5th chapter of Devi Mahatmya is, wielding in her lotus hands the bell, trident, plowshare, conch, pestle, discus, bow, and arrow. Her luster is like that of a moon shining in the autumn sky. She is born from the body of Gauri and is the sustaining base of the 3 worlds. That Mahasaraswati I worship here who destroyed Sambha and other asuras. Mahavidya Nila Saraswati, Nala Saraswati is another form of Mahavidyatara. There are separate dhyana shlokas and mantras for her worship in Tantrasra. Iconography: the goddess Saraswati is often depicted as a beautiful woman dressed in pure white, often seated on a white lotus, which symbolizes that she is founded in the experience of the absolute truth. Thus, she not only has the knowledge but also the experience of the highest reality. She is mainly associated with the color white, which signifies the purity of true knowledge. Occasionally, however, she is also associated with the color yellow, the color of the flowers of the mustard plant that bloom at the time of her festival in the spring. Unlike the goddess Lakshmi, Saraswati is adorned with simple jewels and gold, representing her preference of knowledge over worldly material things. She is generally shown to have 4 arms, which represent the 4 aspects of human personality in learning: mind, intellect, alertness, and ego. Alternatively, these 4 arms also represent the 4 Vedas, the primary sacred books for Hindus. The Vedas, in turn, represent the 3 forms of literature: poetry. The Rig Veda contains hymns, representing poetry. Prose. Yajur-Veda contains prose. Music. Sama Veda represents music. Philosophy. Atharva Veda, the 4 hands also depict this. The prose is represented by the book in one hand, poetry by the garland of crystal, and music by the Vienna. The pot of sacred water represents purity in all of these 3, or their power to purify human thought. She is shown to hold the following in her hands: a book, which is the sacred Vedas, representing the universal, divine, eternal, and true knowledge, as well as her perfection of natural study in the scriptures. A mala of crystals, representing the power of meditation and spirituality. A pot of sacred water, representing creative and purification powers. The Vienna, a musical instrument that represents her perfection of all arts and sciences. Saraswati is also associated with the niraga, the love-fond rhythm of music, which represents all emotions and feelings expressed in speech or music. A white lotus, Kamnadala, is also depicted. The beautiful human form of Saraswati comes to the fore in this English translation of the Saraswati hymn: May Goddess Saraswati, who is fair like the jasmine-colored moon, and whose pure white garland is like frosty dewdrops, who is adorned in radiant white attire, on whose beautiful arm rests the Vienna, and whose throne is a white lotus, who is surrounded and respected by the gods, protect me. May you fully remove my lethargy, sluggishness, and ignorance. A Hansa/Ants or swan is often located next to her feet. The sacred bird, if offered a mixture of milk and water, is said to be able to drink the milk alone. It thus symbolizes discrimination between the good and the bad, or the eternal and the evanescent. Due to her association with a bird, Saraswati is also referred to as Hansvahini, which means she who has a Hansa/Hans as her vehicle. The peacock is also related to her. She is usually depicted near a flowing river, which may be related to her early history as a river goddess. Sometimes a peacock is shown beside the goddess. The peacock represents arrogance and pride over its beauty, and by having a peacock as her mount, the goddess teaches not to be concerned with external appearance and to be wise regarding the eternal truth. Worship. In Hindu beliefs, great significance is attached to offering honey to this goddess, as honey is representative of perfect knowledge. Hymns dedicated to her include Saraswati Vandana Mantra. Temples. There are many temples dedicated to Saraswati around the world. Some notable temples include: in Karnataka, the Srinarishardamba temple is a revered pilgrimage spot. There are other Sharada temples also. In Andhra Pradesh, the Gnana Saraswati temple in Basa, on the banks of the river Godavari. 2 more temples in Medak, namely Wargal Saraswati temple and Sri Saraswati Kshetramu. In Ernakulam district of Kerala, there is a famous Saraswati temple in North Parava, namely Dakshinamukambika temple North Parava. In Tamil Nadu, Kodhana is a town situated in the Tiruvara district of Tamil Nadu, India. The town is located at a distance of 25 kilometers from Tiruvara. It is the only temple in Tamil Nadu for the goddess Saraswati. Festivals. In Goa, Maharashtra and Karnataka, Saraswati Puja starts with Saraswati Avahan on Maha Saptami and ends on Vijayadashami with Saraswati Udasam or Visarjan. Saraswati Puja calendar. Saraswati Puja Avahan Euro Maha Saptami Euro Triratnavatam starts in Andhra Pradesh. Saraswati Puja Euro Durga Ashtami. Saraswati Uttara Puja Euro Mahanavami. Saraswati Visajan or Radhasana Vijayadashami, Saraswati Kartik Purnima on Siddhpur of Gujarat's ancient festival since Solanki ruling of Patan state. Saraswati Puja in eastern India, in the eastern part of India Tripura, Orissa, West Bengal, Bihar and Assam, a Saraswati Puja is celebrated in the Magha month. It coincides with Vasant Panchami or Shri Panchami, that is, the fifth day of the bright fortnight of the lunar month of Magha. People place books near the goddess statue or picture and worship the goddess. As a custom, as the books and notebooks are supposed to be kept on altar by the students for worship, students are not supposed to study on the day. Many choose the day as a symbolic start of learning in form of Hakori or starting to learn alphabets. Saraswati Puja in South India, in the southern states of India, Saraswati Puja is conducted during the Navratri. Navratri literally means 9 nights, but the actual celebrations continue during the 10th day, which is considered as Vijayadashami or the victorious 10th day. Navratri starts with the new moon day of the bright fortnight of the Sharad Ritu during September-October. The festival celebrates the power of the feminine aspect of divinity or Shakti. The last 2 or 3 days are dedicated to goddess Saraswati in South India. In Karnataka, the Mysore Dasara festival includes Saraswati Puja. During the Navratri season they keep various dolls on raised platforms. This arrangement is called books and musical instruments worship is also done on Saraswati Puja day. In Tamil Nadu, Sarasvatī Puja is conducted along with the Ayudha Puja. On the 9th day of Navratri, that is, the Mahanavami day, books and all musical instruments are ceremoniously kept in front of the goddess Sarasvati early at dawn and worshipped with special prayers. No studies or any performance of arts is carried out, as it is considered that the goddess herself is blessing the books and the instruments. The festival concludes on the 10th day of Navratri, and the goddess is worshipped again before the books and the musical instruments are removed. It is customary to start the study afresh on this day, which is called Vidyaramam. In Kerala, the last 3 days of the Navratri festival, that is, Ashtami, Navami, and Dashami, are celebrated as Sarasvati Puja. The celebrations start with the Puja Vaipu. It consists of placing the books for puja on the Ashtami day. It may be in one's own house, in the local nursery school run by traditional teachers, or in the local temple. The books will be taken out for reading, after worship, only on the morning of the 3rd day. It is called Puja Idupu. Children are happy, since they are not expected to study on these days. On the Vijayadashami day, Kerala celebrates the Utsathanaravi or initiation of writing for the little children before they are admitted to nursery schools. This is also called Vidyaramam. The child is made to write for the first time on the rice bread in a plate with the index finger, guided by an elder of the family or by a reputed teacher. The little ones will have to write Hari Shri Ganapatanama, and recite the same to mark the auspicious entry into the world of education. This is considered a memorable event in the life of a person. In some parts of Kerala bordering Tamil Nadu, Ayudha Puja is also conducted during this period. Respect for written material. In India, it is customary that, out of respect, when a person's foot accidentally touches a book or any written material or another person's leg, it will be followed by an apology in the form of a single hand gesture with the right hand, where the offending person first touches the object with the fingertips and then the eyes, forehead and/or chest. This also counts for money, which is considered a manifestation of the goddess of wealth, Lakshmi. Images. See also, Sharada Peeth, Saraswati Puja, Saraswati Yoga, Notes. References. This article incorporates text from a publication now in the public domain, Chisholm, Hugh, ed. Encyclopædia Britannica. Cambridge University Press. Kinsley, David. Tantric Visions of the Divine Feminine, the 10 Mahavijayas. Delhi, Motilal Banarsidas. ISBN A81-208-1523-8. Sankaranarayanan, S. Glory of the Divine Mother. India, Nesma Books. ISBN A81-87936-00-2. Further reading, Saundabnath, The Meanings of Hindu Gods, Goddesses and Myths, ISBN 9788129114815, Rupa and Company, New Delhi, Saraswati, Swami Satyananda. Saraswati Puja for Children. ISBN A1-87795-31-3, Ankle, Guy. Global Communication Without Universal Civilization. INU Societal Research. Volume 1, Coexisting Contemporary Civilizations Arabo-Muslim, Bharati, Chinese, and Western. Geneva, INU Press. ISBN A2-88155-004-5. External links, Vasant Panchami, A Celebration of Goddess Saraswati, Saraswati Jayanti Festival, Kauthana Saraswati Temple Official Website, Documentary on Making of Saraswati Idols.